Photographs are powerful in that they don't just capture time.
A respect for how people lived their lives and who the Spanish people were.
What is life? I think every story is a story of survival.
If you want to learn, you can't do better than look at the photos of Ruth Anderson.
This emotion should be in the fabric. But there's a festival in Spain, right? Where they wear those, and they're similar to.
We're starting with a batch of 4,500 negatives, and we are digitally imaging them with high-resolution cameras. And then we're using a traditional darkroom technique to develop the negatives into positives, so they can be brought back to life 100 years later.
Ruth Matilda Anderson was the first staff photographer at the Hispanic Society, but as Huntington developed a plan and a program that the photographic archive should include more than just works of art, that it should document how people lived their lives in Spain and Latin America, he sent her out on expeditions throughout Spain.
This is 1920s rural Spain. This is a heavy box camera, and she's out in the field with rails, with bellows, with your tripod. So she's looking at everything upside down on dim glass. And she has a black cloth over her to be able to focus, plus her chemistry if she's bringing it, and all of her sheets of film, which all come in a cartridge, And if you look at her photograph, she's on mountains, she's, in rivers, she's everywhere, and, she's carrying gear.
She came up to people and she asked them to explain what they were doing. And what they were doing was what they'd done their whole lives, either making a hat, selling things at market, tending animals in the field.
You see the care and the meticulous observation of daily rural life and the things that she chose to preserve, the people, the animals, the places. There's so much of what I would call the female gaze as she's looking at this with admiration and with a scholarly eye, but there is a visible care in her trying to capture the story.
They rented a car on the first trip and then they bought their own car so that when she and her companion, another woman photographer from the Hispanic Society, when these two women show up and start asking questions, the locals are stunned because many of them, to see someone from the nearby capital city is a big achievement, but to see two American women, young, driving a car, asking them is pretty shocking. And then the woman starts taking notes. So these people feel proud that, someone is interested in what I do. The negatives are fragile and ultimately destructible. They will vanish with time. If you freeze them, you preserve the object, but the data on them, so to speak, the image, is lost. So the digitizing of them allows us to preserve this for the future and to make it available for people in the present.
Dodging and burning, lightening and darkening are classic darkroom techniques used to shape light. Today they are applied digitally, continuing the craft of traditional photographic printing.
And this resource is not only one of the crown jewels of the Hispanic Society photography collection, it stands out in the history of photography in Spain.
Not only are we preserving 100 years of the past, but we are now doing it in a way not only honor her work, but to make it accessible for the next 100 years. To face the difficulties of, again, a male-dominated field of photography, it requires a level of bravery, it requires technical prowess, it requires the visual eye. And one of the things that I greatly admire about her work is the humanist vision that she brings.